Here in Orlando, Florida, where finally the Sunshine State lived up to its name today. The sun actually made an appearance. Nice and warm and toasty today, although, of course, now that the sun's gone down, it's got a little breezy. We are at Pleasure Island, as you can see behind me, on the estate of the Walt Disney World people. This was built not very long ago, and it will be the scene tonight for one of many UT pep rallies. The band will be here. Some of the players are coming. Of course, the fans will be here. Now, the players practice today, but they've stopped talking to the media. Time to put the game face on, get a little more serious. The fans, though, are still out having a good time. In fact, we caught up with the Mount Juliet family this afternoon.
We go up near Canada. We go through Canada.
Fred, Margie, and Catherine Flynn are touring Epcot, Disney's futuristic theme park.
We want to take that monorail before we leave, too.
Okay.
The long trip on the monorail, because that'll be kind of fun. What a beautiful place. Even these facades that look like brick aren't brick at all. They're just painted. And it looks so real. They do such a nice job with it.
Catherine is more interested in the new Honey, I Shrunk the Audience show and anything to do with Minnie Mouse. She had breakfast with Mickey and Minnie, and she's just happy to be out of school. Now that you've seen all this, you're ready to go back to school, aren't you?
No. I want to do it again.
At 8, she's not as well versed on UT football. You think Peyton Manning can handle the Ohio State defense?
Yes.
Do you know who Peyton Manning is?
No.
Probably the only female from the state of Tennessee who does not know who Peyton Manning is, and she's here. Of course, Catherine was having a good time at Disney World and at Epcot Center. We'll have more with the Vols coming up at 6 o'clock, Tammy.
Could be a humbling experience for Peyton Manning.
I think maybe it was.
Thank you, Steve.
Another cold day down here in the Sunshine State. Practice went pretty well for the Volunteers today. A couple of injuries, nothing serious. Steve White bruised ribs. He says he'll play. A couple of people with the flu. Raymond Austin, again, they should play in the game, so nothing big there. So the players had their practice session this afternoon. Then tonight, the players came down and visited Church Street Station. Church Street is an historic district full of restaurants and nightclubs. The players who ventured out this evening sampled the food and even a few games.
Rocky Top will always be.
Some of the players even ventured a little more on the wild side. This is freshman defensive lineman Jason Grant of Brentwood.
Whew. The Wabash Cannonball back in Iberland, I guess you compare it to that. Just the spinning and the G's, it was through my eyes about to pop out my head right now.
Earlier today, it was the Citrus Bowl squeeze-off. 4 Vols and 4 Ohio State players squeezed for a minute. When it was over, the Vols' Peyton Manning had the trophy. Is that like second best thing to the Heisman Trophy?
Well, I think so. I mean, actually, Bubba and I were talking about this is probably the better award. So it's a more prestigious honor, and we're real happy to have it.
It's all in the hands. See, you got to just squeeze and got to go back and forth with your hands. See, you know, I've been used to that because I used to squeeze oranges at home, so it worked out pretty good.
Back in the back, watching film of Ohio State last year and saw that if we got ahead early, they probably couldn't come back, and we executed well and got the big victory today.
I know you watch a lot of film. Did you actually watch film of this week?
We did. Bubba had some cut-ups made, and you know, we got together last night around midnight and put the plan together.
Of course, the downside is only 3 of the previous 13 squeeze-off winners have gone on to win the football game.
We did the best we could to throw it, but this didn't happen for us this year. But we're going to have to change that tradition, hopefully, this year.
I don't think the orange juice has anything to do with us winning or losing.
Well, you would certainly hope not anyway, but that's been the trend. When we come back in regular sports, we're going to have a lot of basketball action for you, and we'll talk about a bowl game being played tonight.
This News 2 Citrus Bowl update has been brought to you by 10FL and Robert J. Young.